It's kind of hard to imagine what life must have been like for the people who came to Japan, these foreigners who came to Japan in the middle of the 19th century. I thought Japan was a faraway and exotic place when I came here, and that was 15 years ago. These people were coming to a country that had very, very little or almost no contact with foreigners at all. Many of them were coming at the invitation of the government. The people who are buried here represent an incredible sense of adventure and an incredible sense of courage to make the journey, to come here and to help the country to modernize. The country at that point was on the verge of an incredible moment in its history where it opened up, it rejected its feudal past, and it became determined to embrace a modernism, modern technology and modern law, modern government, and these people played a vital part in that. Tokyo Metropolitan Government has talked about turning this into a park, and yet when you look at the cemetery, it's already a park. Really, it's a beautiful, beautiful place as it stands. It's also a place, the moment that enshrines what we feel is really an important part of Japan's history, not just Tokyo's history. And so we're a little worried that when the government talks about creating a park at the moment, that there may not really be a need for that, and they're overlooking what's already a very beautiful place to come and spend time. It's also a place, as I say, that enshrines an important part of that history.
I think that there were some other interests that impacted on that, and there was an auction off of some of the plots, and some of the land really went for quite high prices, like around about $100,000 for a couple of square meters, or of 9-10 square feet. This land is quite valuable. But when you walk into the cemetery and walk around and look at the inscriptions on the stones, they tell a story of that time period, and it tells a little bit about what I feel are my forebears, and it tells about their experience here in Japan, and I sort of felt a very strong connection to that, and thought that it was, as a member of the community and a taxpayer here, that it was important to preserve that memory, and to give future generations the opportunity to walk around like I can, read the inscriptions, and really get a feeling for what happened and what contribution these people brought to Japan.
There are quite a few famous important people buried in the cemetery. Carl Flake was the founder and original manager of the Imperial Hotel here in Tokyo. Eduardo Kiyosane, an artist who designed the Japanese currency, and some of his designs are still in use on the currency. There was Edwin Dunn, former American consul, who brought dairy cows to Hokkaido, the North Island of Japan, and that's a huge industry today. But next to these people, there are also many people who are not so famous. For example, there's a child who did not survive the voyage to Japan. The child died before his first birthday on the way over here. In addition to these famous graves and these graves that the Tokyo Metropolitan Government has said are worth preserving, there are also graves which may not seem so important, or certainly don't belong to famous people, but together they help to form a tapestry of 19th century Japanese history, which we think it's very important to preserve.
We quickly learned that the Tokyo Metropolitan Government had very strict rules about who could pay and who couldn't pay, and they were just not about to accept money from anybody.
This is an example of a grave that we're interested in saving. This belongs to somebody called Thomas Cowan, who we think was born in 1869. We can't tell when he died. Very little is known, obviously, about Thomas. We'd be very interested in finding out more so that we can add to the database and learn more about the stories of the people who have come to rest here. A lot of the support that we're getting from Japanese people suggests that they also consider that this is an important piece of history that they want to preserve. So we think our chances are pretty good, but they do rely on us building and maintaining as much public support as we can. And so we'd urge people to take a look at our website, foreignsection.org, and to write to us with letters of support if you think this is something worth doing. And we can show that support to Tokyo Metropolitan Government.